Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking at the topic Atiku, a political desperado. It is no longer news that Atiku is a political forerunner running every single year for the presidential election. But we're going to be, looking at this topic critically. And this topic stems from a particular post made by a die-hard supporter of Atiku, calling P2B a desperado. Now let's go. This is from Chigozie I. Alex, and he says, but come to think of it, if Peter Obi isn't desperate to be president as he claims, why can't he deputize Atiku so that Nigerians can take out Tinubu in 2027, then become president for 8 years after Atiku? Don't come for me. If you can't engage respectfully, just scroll past. And then I had to reply this particular tweet saying, if Atiku isn't desperate to be president, why can't he wait till 2031 when power is going to return back to the north to become president? Why can't he support Peter Obi now? You understand that? And wait till 2031. Hence the reason for this topic, Atiku, the political desperado. I call him Desperanwa. A political foreigner. Now let's look at the history of Atiku Abubakar. Let's go. Atiku Abubakar was born on November 25, 1946. So officially he's going to be 81 by the end of this year. Okay, he's a businessman, and let's look at his political career. Okay, Atiku began engaging in politics in 1986, joining political groups and serving in 1989 Constituent Assembly. He won the nomination to run for Gongola State Governor before the state was split. Later sought the Adamawa governorship, but was disqualified. In 1993, he contested for presidency in the Social Democratic Party, that's the SDP's primary, but did not win. In 1999, Atiku joined the People Democratic Party and became the VP to Olusegun Obasanjo, serving from 1999 to 2007. He fractured ties with Obasanjo and left PDP, joining the Action Congress to contest in 2007 presidential election. Over the years, he has shifted between parties, PDP, APC, back to PDP, and now ADC. We can see desperation, right? Now let's just take a look at his political conquest and movement. 1993, he contested, the primaries in SDP, and he lost. In 2007, he was the presidential candidate of ACN. In 2011, he was PDP. He was part of PDP presidential primary. Of course, he lost. In 2015, he also contested. In 2019, he contested. In 2023, he contested. In 2027, he's still contesting. Fans have already released a special song for Atiku to celebrate him, his conquest and contest. Let's listen to that music and, we'll be back shortly.
I must contest. 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 Body is very, very contest.
Welcome back. Now let's take a deep look into the man Atiku. As you can see, that man has been running since like forever. Now let's rewind back. Yes, as we all aware, Atiku was the vice presidential candidate to Obasanjo, and it was reported that in 2003 Atiku wanted to contest against OBJ, and he was more popular than OBJ and he was likely to win that presidential ticket. But OBJ had to go down on his knees to beg Atiku. OBJ had to dobale for Atiku to allow him go. Hence, the sworn hatred OBJ had for Atiku. And bless you, OBJ even placed calls on Atiku saying he will ever be president. And ever since, Atiku has been running from pillar to post, unable to achieve his ambition of becoming the president. Now let's proceed. He also contested against Yar'Adua in 2007. Then Yar'Adua won. And when Yaradua died, the North came up with this argument that since Yaradua was a northerner, another northerner should be nominated or selected or appointed to take over from Yaradua, ditching Jonathan, who was the VP as at that time. On 9 February 2010, the doctrine of necessity had to be invoked to enable Jonathan take over from Yaradua. The likes of Atiku was not happy, but he waited patiently. In 2011, he also contested the primaries with Jonathan and lost. And then prior to 2015, Atiku had regrouped and he was getting ready to take over power from Jonathan. According to them, Jonathan signed a pact with them that he was only going to do one tenure and then return power back to the North. And prior to 2015, Jonathan was not ready to keep that agreement. So the likes of Atiku rose up and decided to take power by force. Atiku was the one that staged a walkout with a group of PDP governors known as the G5 during the PDP 2014 convention. He led the likes of Rabiu Kwankwaso, governor of Kano, Aliyu Wamako, Sokoto State, Murtala Nyako, Adamawa State, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, Kwara State, and Amechi of Rivers State. He also led the likes of Saraki and a host of other senators and House of Rep members that staged a walkout. Atiku even threatened brimstone and fire and threatened violence if power did not shift back to the North. He also took, time to sue Jonathan for disagreeing or for destroying or going against the zoning arrangement. Wonders, right? Amazingly, he moved on to the APC and helped form the APC. He supported Buhari and enabled APC to take over power in 2015. And here we are today. And suddenly in 2019, of course, Atiku returned back to the PDP, hoping to get, what he felt he left behind. And as luck will have it, he picked up the ticket, but didn't make it after that or beyond that. Now, I'll tell you why Atiku's attitude reeks of desperation. He failed to see beyond his nose. He was too desperate to realize the fact that if Jonathan had finished his tenure in 2019, he was better positioned and the most popular contestant from the North in the PDP that would have easily taken over power in 2019 if he had supported Jonathan. But because he felt that tribe and the Northern agenda was more important than good governance, he sold us on a platter to the APC that has brought us to our knees. And at this point in time, Baba is still running. And that is why I call him the political 4Runner of Nigeria. And amazingly, whenever he loses, he jets off to Dubai to enjoy. And after 4 years, he returns back to contest. And that's exactly what happened in 2023, where he came back to contest for the ticket and forced the hand of PDP to throw open the presidential ticket, which was supposed to be zoned to the south. Mind you, Atiku has always stood for zoning and fought Jonathan to a standstill because of zoning. But in 2003, they had to jettison zoning arrangement, which was in the PDP constitution to favor the greed of one man, Atiku, who ran and lost. And in 2026/7, Atiku is back again, contesting and insisting that he will not step down for anybody. Now, this for me reeks of desperation.